Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Lauren. I am currently in prep for the FMG Vegas show. I vlog my whole bodybuilding experience and my prep, so if you want to join and come along with the journey, I have multiple videos out and I will continue to document my whole journey. But for today's video, I thought I would do a little sit down and just talk about mistakes that I made in my fitness journey. And let me tell you, I have learned a lot. I've made many mistakes. So we're going to go over all of that today. Starting off with the first mistake is overtraining and undereating. This, I feel like, is such a big mistake that a lot of us, especially females, make when we're starting out in our journey, or if we just get too much in our heads about training and everything. When I first started training, I did a lot of my training at home and I would, no joke, lift random weights for hours and then I would starve myself. And it became a really big issue because I was looking at the nutrition facts for everything, and if something had over 200 calories, I was not going to eat it. I was terrified of eating things that were higher in calories. Everything had to be like the fucking high protein, ultra processed shit foods that just get marketed to you, and it was not fueling my body. I was constantly fatigued. I was constantly dizzy, tired. I just felt horrible. And another thing was I was always getting sick, and when I was sick, it was bad. I was just pushing my body so much and undernourishing it. My body was just struggling, and that was like a massive part with my eating disorder. I really had to get my head around that I needed to eat more to fuel my workouts, to feel better, and to actually get the results. You cannot get the results if you are not sufficiently fueling your body. And if you're training for hours straight a day and then doing extra cardio and doing all this extra stuff, you're not going to be able to build the muscle that you want. So that was a massive thing, and I think what really helped me with that was going into my first ever bulk, and it truly did change my perspective on food and fueling for a workout and understanding when and why and everything to do with food, the times to eat, why I should be eating what I'm eating, and just understanding macronutrients and micronutrients and how important they are. Yeah, just like fucking deep diving into a bulk and understanding training really helped. Another mistake that I made was following so many Instagram workouts, and I feel like we all have done this at some point, okay? I feel like we all have. Starting out training, I didn't really think I needed a coach. I was like, I can do this myself. I don't need no fucking coach. I don't need no one to tell me what to do. You do. Honestly, coaches need coaches, okay? Having a coach is one of the best things ever, I have to say. But starting off, I had no idea what I was doing when I was at the gym. No clue. Walked in, had a mental breakdown, went straight to the treadmill. I will say, starting out, just looking at Instagram workouts or workouts on YouTube does help you understand how a session works, and you can get an idea on how you should be training and understanding form. Yeah, it's great to get information like that, but you're not going to progress in your training, and you're not going to progress in building muscle or losing fat if you are just picking out random different videos and random different exercises from videos. You have to be so consistent with your training. Get a coach, or even if you can't afford a coach, ChatGPT that shit, okay? Get ChatGPT to write you a program and just follow that program, document the weights, the reps, and just work from that. Get stronger, push yourself every time you train. You're not going to progress if you just wing it. So having a coach that will actually build you a program that is made for you, you have that accountability. You have someone there that can be like, all right, you can progress in this weight, push yourself more, you can do this. And even have an in-person PT so they can show you exactly how each movement works. This one, I honestly still kind of do, okay? Skipping rest days or not having a deload. I feel like a lot of us, we get in our head so much that if we rest, we're gonna lose all our progress and we're gonna get fat. Which is so not true. Resting is so extremely important, especially having a good night's rest. I notice so much that if I have a really bad sleep, I feel so much more hungry during the day, and I'm also so tired, so training's really bad. I feel fatigued, I feel yuck, I don't feel motivated to have the muscles grow and build. You need the rest so you can actually push yourself in your next session. An active rest day is fine. I have an active rest day every Tuesday is my active rest day. And what I do is I will go for walks. I may do a little bit of elevated treadmill, but I won't push my body too much because my body needs the rest so I can continue on with this prep and not feel like shit 24/7, you know? Yeah. Like for my circumstances with prep, later on in prep, sleep does get really impacted, and there are certain ways that I try to help fix that. The big thing is just having a really good night routine, getting off your phone at a certain time, not having all these stimulants around you, even have like a night tea or a sleep supplement. I've tried melatonin. I personally don't like to have to rely on sleep supplements. I would much prefer for my body to naturally fall asleep. But honestly, in worst case scenarios, try a little supplement, see if it helps you. This was a big thing, especially with having a really bad relationship with food and not understanding nutrition and foods that I should be fueling my body. I was terrified of carbs. The reason why I was terrified of carbs is because the internet was like, carbs are bad, bread's bad for you, pasta's bad for you, pizza's bad for you. And I will say, in moderation, they're fine. Carbs are not the enemy. Carbs help fuel you, okay? For the longest time, I did not touch pasta. I did not go anywhere near pasta. I was scared of pasta until I, eventually understood that pasta is not gonna fucking kill ya. But for me, just understanding carb sources and the right kind of carbs that work for me, especially because I'm not gluten intolerant, but I have really bad stomach issues. So having certain kind of carbs really does make that react. So I have to be careful with which carbs I have. But carbs are not the enemy. Don't be scared of a slice of pizza or pasta. Just have the shit, okay? Eat what you want to eat. If you're in a deficit, make your own. Actually, through my last prep, I would make a homemade pizza and the base was literally just from flour, baking powder, and Greek yogurt. And it was literally one of the best tasting things ever. I am obsessed. It was actually so good. I kind of want to make it again. But if you're in a deficit, just make your favorite foods, just low calorie, make them yourself. And then here and there, go out and eat. Go out for food. You're not gonna die unless you're allergic. This was a really big one for me during my last prep, and I'm trying to not do that for this prep, but that was comparing myself to other people. You cannot compare someone's day 100 to your day 1. It doesn't work. Everyone starts from square one. Everyone's body's different, everyone's nutrition's different, everyone reacts differently to certain foods, to different exercises. You cannot compare yourself. And I know it's easier said than done, trust me. I still do compare myself, and it's something that I truly do want to work on. It's just taking away from your own happiness. Be proud of yourself. You're finally taking the initiative to look after your health and do something to better yourself. Why are you looking at what other people are doing? Why do you care? Be yourself. Be your true self. Especially with social media, it's such a trap. I personally try to, first thing in the morning, don't touch my phone, don't scroll on social media for the first hour and a half, and just focus on myself. The mornings are my sacred rituals. I focus on myself and not social media, because it just becomes so toxic when you start scrolling and looking at people and you're like, oh, I wish I was like them. Oh, they have an amazing life. Social media is a highlight reel. Everyone goes through shit. So stop comparing. Not being consistent. And this also goes back with the Instagram workouts. You can't be consistent with those because you're literally just picking random workouts here and there. Best way to build muscle, lose weight, lose fat, have your dream body is you have to be consistent and you have to be patient. I've been training for fucking, I don't even know, 6-7 years now, and I'm still not where I want to be with my physique. You have to create a goal so you know what you want to work towards. Yeah, we're gonna make mistakes. I've made so many fucking mistakes, gone through binging, I've skipped workouts. We're all human. We're not perfect. We're never going to be perfect, but it's just staying consistent. And if you fall off track, look, the next day it's a new day. Get back on track. Remind yourself of what your goals are. You just have to do the hard things. Sometimes it fucking sucks. I've cried so many times during my prep because it's hard. But I'm not going to let that stop me from achieving my goals. I will push myself to do the hard things. And when you do the hard things, your mindset completely changes and you become such a stronger, honestly, more confident person when you know that you can do the hard things. And the hard things become easier over time once you consistently do it over and over, and it becomes easier. And then you find the next thing. And you do that consistently. It's with absolutely everything. It's with a job, okay? You start off, you don't know shit about the job, but then you start doing it consistently and then you become a fucking pro at it. Sticking to your goals, you will get there. There are times where you're like, I'm not noticing any difference. That's the point where it's make or break for a lot of people, and some people give up. A lot of people give up when things start to get hard, but if you just push past that, magic happens. Another thing was being scared at the gym. Now, obviously this is not like, it's not a mistake, but it's something that you just have to work through and you just have to push through, because you can't always be scared of the gym. You can't be scared of people at the gym. Everyone is there literally for themselves. No one gives a fuck what you do. And if they do, who are they? They're nothing. They're no one to you. Why are you worried? Why are you stressing about them? They're nobody to you. When I first started at the gym, I was terrified. I remember walking into a gym and I just saw men, a bunch of males over at the weights, and I was like, no, I'm scared. Ew, men. Get away. So I went straight to the treadmill and I didn't train. You know, that's something you just have to fucking get over and push through. If you want to build a fat ass, skinny waist, get some bolder shoulders, you're gonna have to lift some heavy weights. Don't be scared of the weights, and don't be scared of people at the gym, because everyone is literally there for themselves. And trust me, I still get anxiety sometimes going to the gym. If the gym is so busy, I'm like, oh. But put your headphones on, blast some hard style, whatever you listen to, and just get in the zone. Ignore everyone else because they're ignoring you. Trust me, they don't give two shits, and you shouldn't give two shits. Swear to God, most people at the gym are really nice. If you just ask them for help or anything, majority of the time, they're there to help you. They'll be there for you. I will also go into just some bodybuilding prep mistakes that I guess I made in my last comp. One of the big ones was listening to everyone's advice. No, because everyone is going to give you different advice. Trust me. I had so many people in my ear telling me different things, and it honestly got so stressful having people tell me different things, because then it was making me overthink and be like, oh, I need to be doing this instead. I need to be doing that instead. Listen to your coach. Your coach is the one that you should be going to. Your coach is the one that you should be listening to, because they should have your best interests in mind. Like, it's good to take advice from people, but in like the sense of contest prep, just listen to your coach. Don't listen to everyone else. Having a coach that you can, one, rely on, two, get along with. Your coach pretty much needs to know everything about you, okay? My coach knows all my bowel movements and non-existent bowel movements. My coach knows my life traumas. Especially if you're going into a contest prep, your coach has to know a whole lot about you, because they need to know how your body reacts to food, your training. Stress in your life is impacting your training or your sleep, or you're getting bloating. Like, it's these whole things. You need to have a coach that you trust and that you can rely on. And I have in the past had coaches where I wouldn't hear from them. in weeks, and I was supposed to have a check-in, but I just would not hear from them, which is like big fat red flag. Hello, you want a coach that you can rely on, and don't expect from your coach to respond to you straight away. You can't do that. They will have so many clients, and they also have a life. So if you do have a question with your coach, give them a few hours to respond, or wait until your check-in. But yeah, you really need a coach that you can get along with. There's nothing worse than having a coach that you don't like. You're not going to want to listen to them if you don't like them. Another mistake is not using proper form. This is another big reason why you should have a coach and be sending your coach form videos, because it'll help you tremendously. If you are using shit form, you are not going to get the results that you want. Sorry babe. Proper form equals unbelievable gains. I have very dominant quads, so I struggle a lot with activating my glutes, and having a coach that can show you proper form and actually do certain tweaks with the movement will help so much. Proper form equals biggest fat gains of your life. Do you agree? He agrees. So those are some mistakes that I made in my fitness journey, and trust me, I am still learning as I go, especially with bodybuilding, understanding how my body reacts with certain things with prep, because I deal with like really bad stomach issues, and I've gone through so many diets and so many different eating patterns. I'm still learning to find out what is best for me, and everyone is so different. Everyone reacts so differently to foods and training. It's a long journey, but just understanding that prioritizing these certain things, your nutrition, consistent training, so important, and it will literally, gains will skyrocket and you'll be so pleased. Honestly, just putting your health first and moving your body is such a privilege, and it's something that I'll never take for granted, because I'm so grateful that I am capable and my body allows me to do bodybuilding and allows me to compete. For me, it's so special, and it means so much to me that I can do this. The whole journey, like, not even physically, it's not just physically you change, mentally you become so much stronger, and you become honestly so much more confident. When I first started training, I was a shy little scared girl. I did not want to talk to anyone. I didn't like being around people. That's why I was so anxious getting into the gym. Now I'll happily just like chat to a random stranger. I will, you know, I literally go compete on stage. I stand on stage, and that's honestly like terrifying for me. But I have grown so much more confident the more I've like gotten into this whole journey, and I'm truly so grateful for the gym and for this life that I've built for myself. We all make mistakes. There's so much information out there, and it can be so confusing. One of the biggest things I would say is just get a coach, because they will help you so much navigating nutrition, understanding training and form. They will give you all the information that you need. If you are interested at all in getting coached by me, I think I'm pretty cool. I do have some coaching services currently available. If you are interested, I have the link down below for the form to fill out, and I will get back to you. That is today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you got some useful information from this. I do want to do some more sit down videos and kind of just like talk to you guys, because honestly it puts me in the best mood every time I speak to you guys, and I hope it helps you just a little bit. But I hope you have the most amazing day or night, whatever time it is for you, and I will see you in the next video.